you really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Yeah, take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Yeah, take my word for it.
All right, welcome back to the channel. We're here at Zoo Culture today. I'm here with my boy Erik. Janicki. Last time we trained together, it was like romance at first sight. Oh, yeah. It was like every rep was just phenomenal. Slow, long, pause. Anyway, he's gonna bring me through his chest day, upper body day today.
We're like push, so we'll do like some chest, a little bit of tries, maybe a little delts at the end. Push a lot of stuff around, and huge chest, huge arms, huge shoulders. Like, what could go wrong?
With the best cues you'll ever see. So keep your eyes glued to the screen,
Literally.
your ears glued to the speakers. Learn some.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, biggest thing I want you guys to take away from this video is not only the exercise selection, but how we perform the reps, the form cues that I'm gonna give you. Also, kind of obviously thinking about how this is gonna help us keep ourselves healthy long-term while also growing, so not just moving the heaviest weight possible. So there's gonna be a lot of good in this video, so I'm excited about it.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. I don't warm up, I don't stretch, I don't mobilize, and the major reason for that is because as I train, I really try to open up the tissue, so I don't really need to do so much mobility work outside of my session, just because my training is almost therapeutic in the sense of if I can train in lengthened positions under load, that tissue is just gonna stay longer and healthier, so I don't have to really be like, oh, I gotta spend 45 minutes mobilizing for my session because I'm gonna start off with heavy bench press, and I can't hop into my bench press. My shoulders feel like garbage, my elbows feel like garbage. I mean, that's the biggest key for me, is keeping my training as efficient as possible. For you guys that don't know me on this channel, I have twin babies who are actually home at sick. My wife's a fucking rock star, helping out right now, making sure I can still be here doing this video with Johnny. So super thankful to her, but yeah, that also means I can't be in here for fucking 4 hours, spending an hour mobilizing, 10 minutes between my sets of bench press. So first set here, like I said, really just try to open up that tissue, get good blood flow. Big form cues on this, guys. You can see I pull my shoulders back, slight elbow bend, so I'm not completely straighten the arms. Maintain that elbow bend, especially the back of the rep. We're gonna keep the impetus in the chest. As I come forward, then we can straighten the arms. We have a really good, this one has a really nice force curve because it not only moves obviously outward, but it also has that vector force as well. So I can kind of manipulate the elbow angle throughout the course of the rep. So pinning the shoulders back, big stretch the back of the rep, constantly driving forward. I see a lot of people fucking explode out of a fly. You're probably gonna lose impetus in the chest and you're gonna use just more momentum. So I like to really control, even though towards the end of this, hopefully, if strength's good today, I'll be doing the stack at this exercise, roughly 300 pounds, and I'll still maintain this exact form instead of trying to explode out. I'm really gonna consciously drive with the chest, squeeze slow on that eccentric. And so for this first set, we're just trying to drive blood flow, so I'm not gonna take it to failure. And then kind of set 2 on is where we'll start to really fire things up. And I know there's a lot of stigma against, let's say, static stretching before training, just because obviously we want our muscles to have as much explosive power, and if you create extra elasticity through static stretching before the workout, it can sometimes prohibit you from getting top end strength.
Yeah.
But I think when you do it under load during the session, you're getting the benefit of training long, but also, as we know scientifically, you get a lot of that hypertrophy in that most lengthened position. So when we get to the back of that rep, you'll see me milk that lengthened position actually a little bit longer than I kind of milk that contracted position. I know a lot of people will focus more on that squeeze in the middle, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. But we're talking about driving as much growth potential is going to be actually milking and sitting in that lengthened position for as long as we can while keeping the impetus in the chest.
In life, your body's just gonna find the fastest way to do something.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't have time to stay there and say like, all right, put your shoulders, depress your shoulders and go lift your arm up. So automatically it's gonna do this. And that's why it's important that you try your best to do this in the gym. Because if you're just reactive lifting, you're just putting your arm out. You're bouncing in the hole. We're getting a massive stretch here. And when we talk about lengthening the muscle or getting a stretch position, he's not sitting back here disengaged. He's engaged, he's still pulling. he's still pulling, he's pulling in the stretch position. And that's why guys like ourselves, when we're doing these exercises most, we're very strong throughout the entire range. It's not just sitting at the top peak contraction where you're trying to squeeze a pencil between your tits. It's not about that. It's about being strong from here, the longest part. If you could take an elastic and stretch as long as it possibly can, that's what we're doing under a load. Having the good mind and muscle connection to be able to pull all the way through. Good shit.
You see I'm kind of milking that length and position, but you can see I'm still, chest is still super engaged. It's not like it's relaxed, it's actually as almost engaged as it is throughout the whole rep in that peak stretch position. So the other thing I wanted to kind of mention about flies particularly, I think a lot of times people use them as like, let's say a throwaway exercise, but it's more of like a, oh, I did all my heavy pressing, so let me throw in a few sets of machine flies and just fucking do it because, you know, it's part of the workout. Whereas if you can be as deliberate with your fly sets and treat them as working sets, they're extremely effective because they're putting your chest on an island when done correctly, because with pressing, inevitably, you're going to use ancillary movers. You're gonna be able to use a lot of triceps, even lats, front delts. Yeah. So with flies, if you do them correctly, I sometimes only feel all chest, maybe a little bit of biceps because I'm holding on to that position, especially the stretch position. 100%. But other than that, it's all chest. So if I can work my mind muscle connection to the place where I can drive failure in the chest from flies, I feel like they're, for hypertrophy's sake, not for strength's sake, more effective for me personally than compound presses in order to grow my chest. And like when I started training like this, when my chest really started to blow up, I wasn't focusing just on bench pressing heavy weight, where I was using a lot of those ancillary movers, lats, triceps. So big shoulders and big triceps, but my chest kind of sucked because I was just worried about getting the weight from A to B, especially for football training.
Chest flies is basically exactly what your chest is doing on its own. It's doing shoulder adduction, horizontal adduction. Perfect way to say it too is like it's on an island. It's like it's isolated almost completely more than any other chest exercise. And you can grow with doing flies, 100%. This is when you know someone has unbelievable muscle connection. I can notice a bit, he can't. He's so dialed in, it's slightly, but if you look at him from here, his left shoulder is slightly higher. And I just said, it was like, yeah, engage your lat a bit, and he was able to just pull it right back down. And that's the level we want to get you at, is to, being able to do stuff like this makes every rep that much more efficient. Great, come on. Drive through, drive through, drive through, drive through, drive through, drive, nice. Nice, nice. Boom, push back, there you go. Push, 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 push. There you go. Squeeze, good.
A lot of people are talking about it nowadays, long length partials. So when I get to failure, a lot of times when people get to failure on flies, they start to throw it, meaning what he was talking about here. So instead of taking it and maintaining that postural integrity, people will try to throw it and go like this to make sure they can get the finished rep. It's literally going all on your biceps and front delt at that point. So what I'm gonna do instead, when I get to failure, which inevitably is gonna happen at a 300-pound chest fly, what I'm gonna do is, instead of throwing that weight and collapsing the shoulder, I'm gonna take it here, get out as far as I can while maintaining that postural integrity. And then squeezing, but not going so far that I start to roll over it. So you'll see that towards rep, let's say 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna hit probably 5 to 7 long length partials, and guarantee you it's probably gonna be one of my like top 3 drivers of hypertrophy this set in the whole workout, just because this much weight with good postural integrity, long length partials, are gonna rip me a new one right now. Good. All the way, there you go. There you go. Let's get those long partials.
Hey guys, do you have any questions about nutrition, supplementation, or mental health? Book a 30-minute video call with me, and at the end of the call, I deduct it off any online coaching package that you pick.
Second movement pattern we're gonna do, we set up a bench basically at a 90 degree. And then what we're gonna do is walk out cables. And we're gonna do basically a compound press. But the reason I like this on the cable, it provides for a lot of freedom of obviously movement, but we can also converge in the middle, and that vector of force is coming from out to in. So I was telling Johnny that I don't really like the, no shade on Arsenal, but their pressing equipment doesn't converge if they press straight up. And one of the best things about this movement is we get a big ass stretch where that vector force is coming from out to in, and then that continues, that force curve here squeezing in the middle. So we get the benefit of that really nice stretch, ergonomic. I can move this where I need to feel good, and then press out and squeeze to that chest. Take both. I got it.
Nice drive. That's it. Nice drive. Big chest. Big chest. Good. That's it. You watch guys how he's pushing back. His feet are set. He is driving himself backwards. He's doing this. All right, and that chest is getting fully stretched, lengthened. And then you get this great shorten right here, boom, out, and we're basically done. Drive those shoulders down. Again. Keep it down. There you go. Drive it. Nice. Come on. Drive. Good work. Push.
One more.
Come on. That's it. Drive. Yeah, good. That's like the biggest thing for bodybuilding, especially is like your front double bicep, your lat spread, it's this continuing to this.
Yeah.
Right? If like most guys have this and then they have this big drop off. Or they have this and they have none of this. So like Eric's got a crazy, like an awesome amount that flows right over. So when he does just this or does this, everything rolls right in. That's what you're trying to achieve, right here, exactly. That to this.
For us to isolate and hit properly is upper chest. And a lot of times when you're doing a low to high fly, especially standing, I've experienced a little bit more, it's harder to really isolate in that upper chest, especially when you have to counter lever gravity, because if I'm forward away from the machine, it's not really pulling me back a little, whereas I can angle this incline bench to match the angle of that vector force from behind me perfectly. I'm able to really isolate that upper shelf and get a really nice stretch comfortably without it pulling me backwards. And a lot of times people will, what I call overfly, especially for an upper chest, and they'll try to do one of these. Yeah. And you're just, when you roll the hands over and you pronate, I've got no contraction in my upper chest at all. Now watch the difference in what my chest looks like right now versus right here. Yeah. Now my chest is completely engaged. It's just the burn. When I rotated the hands back down, the burn turned on immediately.
Yeah. There you go. Good work.
Want to get some long leg partials again
on
here?
Yeah, hell yeah. Come on. That's it. Come on. Nice pull. Come on. Good work. Good work.
You see me using a lot of intensity techniques that aren't necessarily just progressive overload in the sense of going heavier and heavier in every set. What I'm doing is taxing myself in different ways. So I'm progressively overloading in the sense of I'm going harder than, let's say, previously. I'm not focusing on only just going heavier. There's multiple ways to push yourself. One of those ways is increasing range of motion. Another way is long leg partial. Another way is supersetting. Another way is limiting rest time. So there's so many ways to push your body to get bigger, but it doesn't necessarily mean, holy shit, I just need to go bench press heavier and heavier weight, because inevitably a lot of times that doesn't make your chest inherently bigger. So these are all things I want you to take away from the training is push yourself to failure, but within reason of being very safe about it and using intensity techniques like these long leg partials, like other things that are going to drive hypertrophy without putting you at risk. I like that manipulation you just did right there. Yep. That's one thing that's like a big thing, is I treat every set and have this mentality of like, okay, I'm gonna get the most out of every set possible. So you don't have to get to that top set and fucking try to kill yourself with the heaviest weight possible. Like every set I'm trying to, like, even if, I went up a little bit in weight, but that first set I was trying to, you saw I took it to literally long leg partial failure reps. Like I'm taking the set to where my body can go. Whereas now I have a little bit more weight, I'll probably have to get to those long leg partials just a little bit faster, but the modality remains the same. Yeah.
It's just being like extremely efficient with like every single rep. Not like my second and third set were really good. It's like every set was good from start to finish. Whether it's a warm-up set, quote unquote, a feeder set, quote unquote, it shouldn't take you 3 sets to feel your muscle. It should take you a few reps.
And people also will be super surprised, like for me at my size, to have this type of mobility with 90 pounds in each hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a testament, not because I fucking stretch a whole ton, it's because I just train like this.
Yeah.
And my tissue is very strong, even in that length position where you're most likely to get injured.
Yeah. That's a big thing people don't realize, like, especially for myself, like, I'm strong. I would say I'm about like, if Erik here is 100, I'm probably around like 85% strength to compare to. But like when it comes to the strength comparison, it's in when this weight comes all the way back here. Here, where most people are only strong from here. And then when they get back to here, that's when they rip their chest. Because they're not strong in the full range. That's it, big chest, that's it. There you go, hook up. There you go. That's it. Drive, chest. There you go, guys. So this is like almost like it's close almost like a JM slash incline tricep extension slash skull crusher.
Kind of gets the benefit of all of those things.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna get a lot of things that I like. So one is huge amount of flexion. So the more elbow flexion we can get comfortably, the more we're gonna stretch that tricep. So as I tuck down here, that elbow is about as bent as it can get under load. And then as I drive through, we get the benefit of, obviously, we can't use momentum because of the bench there, and that perfect vector of force coming from down, up and back is giving us a perfect peak contraction where we still have a ton of tension at the bottom of the rep.
Yeah.
Because when we have that vector of force coming from up and behind us, as opposed to doing a push down where it's coming from in front of us, inevitably we have to push down and back. We're gonna have to incorporate a lower rear delt, whereas this is literally triceps are on an island, like we like to talk about. They got nowhere to hide. So, beautiful thing about this movement pattern is obviously, mechanically speaking, it's nice because those handles are coming from slightly inward, so we can still have mechanical tension at the bottom of our rep in the stretch position. Also, we cannot use momentum, so it's putting our shoulders, again, on an island in order for them to obviously isolate the movement as much as possible, get as much medial delt. So many times, we're lacking mostly in the medial delt, so we get the pop for our physique. Whereas a lot of times we're really strong in the front delt, but not very great in the medial delt. So a lot of my shoulder movements are focusing mostly on medial and rear delt, because I get plenty of front delt a lot from my like super stretch flies, my pressing. Not to say I won't ever hit front delt isolated, but I'm gonna focus more so on medial, because that's what's gonna build out that really crazy X-frame look on your physique.
So we're bringing this so far away from the body too, guys. So we're getting a lot of tension. Right, you can see how far away we start, close to here, and we're going all the way up, getting stretched from here, pulling up high, and it's pulling us still back away. It's not pulling close to the bottom. It's far away from here, and on the way down, it's getting closer, but he's still getting tension. Watch his delt right here on the entire time. Right from the bottom, not even from the stretch, it's tight. There you go. Come on. Good shit. Come on. Good shit. There you go. Drive. Good shit. Come on. Drive. Good. Drive. Come on. Good shit. 10 sets of 10. Just finished somebody's workout. That counts. You know, we did eat a lot today, train hard. I feel good. My joints still feel good. Even go a little ballistic at the end. Still feel good. We know how to scale things up. We're not beginners, but take some inspiration, some motivation, some tips and cues. Rewatch some of the things we said. Don't try and do everything at once. Take maybe one favorite thing from today's video and apply it to your next chest day, shoulder day, tricep day, whatever it is. You don't have to do everything at once. Just try to do one thing at a time and build on from that.
And just remember, come back to this video. If you tried anything, comment below the video so we can know what you guys are loving for the exercise. And so the community can also benefit, because if you come back and you're like, dude, I tried those Y raises. Those are crazy. Like, that helps because other people see that and be encouraged to try something that's maybe not quite in their comfort zone. And I think a lot of times people look at us and they're like, oh, well, look at them. They're like genetic anomalies. Anything's gonna work for them no matter what they do. But it's not really the case. We've taken a lot of time to hone in our craft. So hopefully some of the stuff really works for you, is beneficial to you, and hopefully you guys love the workout.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Well, till next time, you guys know where to follow my man, Erik Janicki. Follow him on Instagram and YouTube.
So it's Erik Janicki Fitness. So if you start typing ERIC, put it in the bio or the description.
Erik Janicki Fitness, right here in the bio. And guys, till next time, you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.